This is TWiT.
Tech Break is brought to you by ACI Learning. Explore everything ACI Learning has to offer and protect your organization's readiness with IT Pro, Audit Pro, including enterprise solutions, webinars, and the Skeptical Auditor podcast, practice labs, learning hubs, and ACI Learning's partnership program. Visit acilearning.com and let ACI power up your IT team.
Father Robert, I think you've got a couple of Chromebooks there.
I might have one or two.
All right, so you got a bag of swag from CES. What did you take home?
I know, right? Padre, you're so good at that.
It's kind of my deal.
Who can say no to him? Look at him. I would take whatever you want from the suite.
I brought nothing home, by the way. I brought one thing I brought home was a plushie from the OnePlus booth. And I brought it home because, I felt bad for leaving my child. So
this is about 5% of the stuff that I brought home from CES. This is just the Android compatible gear.
Okay.
Wow. All right. Well, let's go through it quickly. So let's run it through quickly.
So this one, if you go to the overhead, this is something that Flo might like. This is the Spin 7. The Chromebook Spin 714 from Acer. This is your standard convertible tablet. Really, this is actually one of the first premium Chromebooks that I've really liked. Most of them have put me off in one way or another, but this was the unit that I used all through CES. It was light enough to carry. It had more than all-show battery life. It connected with everything I needed. It had integrated Ethernet. It was just a really nice device. And of course, you can use it like a tablet if you want to. So pretty typical convertible Chromebook experience. Now this one, I think, Flo, you took a look at this, right? This is the Chromebook, the gaming Chromebook.
I have it right here. Yes, I actually just finished writing my review last week. It should be up soon. Cloud gaming, the gaming edition Chromebook.
Exactly. Now the screen on this thing is magnificent. It's it's a 2560 by 1600. It's 120 hertz refresh, and it's an IPS screen, so it is just gorgeous. The audio actually better than the audio on my Acer gaming notebook here running Windows. Keyboard, okay, it's a pretty good touch, but like Flo said, the primary way you game with this is through cloud gaming. So you can use either Amazon services or NVIDIA services. I played a few of the games I enjoyed, and they worked just fine, but I'm not big into Twitch gaming. I like strategy games, and those games were great. Flo, did you like it? I mean, were you happy with it?
So my review hasn't published yet, but I'm going to tell you two things. I did try, first of all, the battery life, not good.
No.
It's not as long as they promise, which is up to 9 hours.
But they're trying something new. It's always to be expected.
Yeah.
With a huge screen like that, that's just going to suck power. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
Anyways. Okay.
That's also true. And then the second thing is I actually tried the Steam beta on it. So I actually installed local games, and I installed some of the latest AAA games.
There you go.
I did it just to, there is an integrated graphics card. This is not a gaming laptop. Oh my God, I have never seen Chrome hurt so bad before.
Wow.
It just, what it does, it just shuts off and restarts. It goes, and just shuts off.
You actually killed it.
I did. I killed it a couple times.
What were you playing that overloaded?
Far Cry 5. I tried to play Far Cry 5.
That's the difference. I don't do those FPSs. I think if I was more Twitch
I don't either,
gaming,
but it's my job to benchmark these things. So had to go into it. I did play Half-Life 2 on it, which was a trip.
Okay.
All right.
I could see that.
Natively.
I could see that.
Locally stored.
But, for the type of gaming that I do, I'm very attracted to a type of gaming machine that requires someone else to upgrade their machine rather than me. So that's kind of cool. Something else I do want to show you is this. I ran into this at PepCon. This is the new Synology series of NASs. This one's the 723 Plus. Now, the nice thing about this is it's got all the regular stuff that you expect from Synology. It's super fast. It's using a dual-core Ryzen 1600 series CPU, so plenty of power to do transcoding for Plex and such. But not only does it have the 2 drive bays, underneath, and I love the fact that they made this easy to access, I've got 2 M.2 bays. So I could put in some super speedy NVMe drives and just make this thing scream. They also added a 10 gig interface. So if I wanted to make this the backbone of my network, I can put a 10 gigabit Ethernet module in here, and I could actually edit from this box directly to my computer. But the real reason why I think that Android people would like this is you can run the Synology DSM suites that basically replace every single Google Cloud application. Photos, documents, storage, everything. But you do it in your local device. So it's like having your own cloud. You don't have to depend on an external third-party service. It's all stored in your home. And I got to tell you, Synology does this better than anybody else. I'm kind of looking forward to this. Do either of you have a Synology NAS?
I do not.
No.
We're going to have to fix that.
No, I have. We have a Plex server running off of a PC upstairs, a home media server of that variety.
I'm going to do some of the Padre magic, and we're going to make sure that you get some. Because seriously, once you start playing with the Android apps for a Synology NAS, it gets really hard not to use it all the time.
I used to have a Plex media server before the kids and everything, and now I'm completely
for the kids.
I'm completely casting, streaming dependent. I have no local media anymore. I don't download any shows anymore. I don't download any movies. I don't do it it's all so I have no need for a NAS. But they're cool, and it flows similar to your this is my ideal hardware setup. Someday I want to have the NAS and have everything all working. But I don't have the time, but I also don't have the need anymore.
When they go to high school, Ron, they won't need you anymore. Except for rides. So then you'll have time.
Something that you might like about all of those is you can sync them with any cloud service. So if you use OneDrive or Dropbox or Google Drive, it will automatically sync a copy on your local array.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Exactly. So you're always guaranteed to have access to it, even if you lose internet connectivity. The other thing is when you change here, it will change it online. So it's a really nice way to get yourself some added storage. Now, I don't know if either of you like storage, like security, but I got this little thing. This is from Kingston. This is their IronKey Vault. Now, the nice thing about this is it's an external SSD, so crazy fast storage. This one's a 1 terabyte version, but I'm also a security nut. I'm an enterprise security nut. And so it's got this. There's actually an operating system on this that boots up and it does a self-test to look for malware. It makes sure that there's nothing wrong with the actual device. And then once you get in, you can assign permissions based on a code that you have to put in. So for me, now, actually, if you zoom in on this, Victor, you can see that the keypad has actually been randomized. They thought of little details like this so that if someone's watching you punch in your code.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
You're right. It won't be the same. So if they just copy the motions of your finger, it won't match up the next time this thing boots up.
It's different every time.
Exactly.
Oh, that's genius. That's very cool.
I mean, it's super simple detail, but it totally makes sense. What is it? 2 is 4. That's okay. No, that's fine. There we go. Now, the other cool thing about this is everything is encrypted. So even if someone were to steal this device from you, and there's an encryption engine, so you can get a full throughput. Even if someone were to steal this from you, they wouldn't be able to get in. They'd have to have the password. And you can set it so that if they put in the password wrong, say 10 times, it will just wipe the drive.
Oh, jeez.
Which is excellent. And I can also do per user, so I can hand it to somebody and they only have certain access to certain parts of the device. And this is plugged into my Windows box right now, but this works just fine on Android. If I plug it into my Android device, it also asks me for the passcode, and then it mounts as an Android volume.
Cool.
So again, yeah, I'm really big on Kingston for their security products because it's not just fancy USB drives. They've actually integrated the security into the silicon, which means you can't bypass it. Yeah, that's again, I'm an enterprise geek. I don't know.
And didn't you have something? Didn't you have something that could keep us warm?
I did, and actually, I'm wearing it right now.
Wearables.
It is a wearable, and I did use this extensively. If you look at the overhead, this is the app that's connected right now to the vest that I'm wearing, and this is from.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
This is from Fieldsheer. And the nice thing about this is I can control exactly how warm. Oh my God.
So jealous.
And it gets warm fast.
I want to wear this.
It gets warm so quickly. I used this on the way from CES to San Francisco. I was driving my father's Prius. And you know hypermiling?
No.
You're basically just trying to get the highest miles per gallon that you can get over a trip. Well, I was getting about 49 over to 48 miles per gallon. And then I decided, well, if I shut off everything in the cabin, no heater.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
no heat.
And turning off the heater actually gave me 5 more miles per gallon. So I was just wearing this. It was 30 degrees in my cabin, but I was wearing this and I was fine. I was toasty.
That's hysterical. That's too funny.
So if you wanna get a really good mileage on your hybrid, you have to get one of these things.
So how is that connected to the vest? Is it through Bluetooth LE?
Yeah,
or
it's just Bluetooth LE.
Yeah.
So there's a little it looks like a button on the side, and you just push it. It pairs, so you have a secure connection. And then this tells me everything from what temperature it's currently set for to what my battery condition is. And it's got enough battery in here for, at least for 10 hours, because that's how much I used it for the trip from Las Vegas to San Francisco.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's
cool.
actually a really nice piece of tech. And I used this at CES because I was in a short sleeve shirt the entire time, and outside it was quite cool.